Does your car look like this? Or this? How about all this? Or maybe even that? These are all signs that you parked your car under a tree, and we're gonna show you today how to fix that. When you park your car under a tree, that organic matter, whether it be pollen or leaves or anything like that, is gonna break down in the vehicle. And then when it rains, the water runs down into here, goes through the gap in there. It's gonna build up, and anywhere that there is a surface that is like not waxed, or if there's just an area where water can sit, this grime is going to build up. You'll see it's in the gas hatch here. It's gonna be along all this trim. It might be hard to see in the lighting right now. We'll show it to you later. Underneath the door handles. And this is all organic matter from plants. So what you need to go after organic matter is a high pH solution, like an all-purpose cleaner. Grab your favorite one, but I mean, we have our all-purpose cleaner here. It's specially designed for using on your vehicles, so it's not too strong. It's gonna be damaging painted surfaces or metal or anything like that. Grab yourself a brush. We have a boar's hair brush here. We even have like a little toothbrush that has boar's hair on it. All it matters is that it's soft enough that it can kind of bend back and forth. You don't want a super stiff bristle because you won't be able to get it into little grooves that you're trying to clean. So grab your all-purpose cleaner, spray a good amount in here. Don't worry about the overspray because we're gonna wash the vehicle after we do this. Spray your brush. And then you're just gonna go in there with the brush and scrub it away. And after just some quick scrubbing, it'll break down all that organic matter here. I'll try to do this quick so you can see it. And if we have to go back over and do it again a little more thoroughly, I'll do it, but for the video, I'm gonna make it quick here. So you got one like that. The longer bristles on this one can help get into other areas. All-purpose cleaner makes quick work of breaking down that stuff because that's what high pH products are meant to do. Go in, break down organic compounds from trees, plants, humans, you name it. All right, I have a feeling this is not perfect, but it'll show you a big difference already. Just gonna rinse with water. If your car doesn't have a gas cap like that, just be careful you're not pushing in. Usually they'll have some kind of flap that'll prevent water from going down into the gas tank, but use some common sense. Don't spray water right into the gas tank. All right, so now we got most of it out of the way. I can kind of go in after the little details. Just gonna go back in and get this one cleaned up before you show you the next spot. Obviously some long-term staining in here from, I think it's a little bit of rust actually building up in there. But much big improvement on that. Moving on, I'm just gonna touch up some of these door handles real quick while we're here. Spray that down. And when you go through a car, like this car actually went through a car wash already, just like an automatic one. But it's not gonna get all these little nooks and crannies for this. But when you're using these all-purpose cleaners, pretty strong cleaners on there. So if you have a wax or something on the vehicle, this is taking it off. So after we're done scrubbing these down, we're gonna wanna come back through with like a quick detailer or some kind of thing to protect this paint again, because it's gonna remove all the protection. Unless you have like a ceramic coating on the vehicle or something like that. But this is gonna be going through, cleaning up all those dirty spots on the vehicle, and then we're gonna go through with a regular car wash just to clean up all this like extra dirty spots there. All right, next, probably one of the most common spots you'll see get filthy. I mean, when I was working at a car wash and detail center, you always tell if someone lived in the woods because you could see this kind of buildup, especially on these white vehicles. It happens all the time. The same process, gonna spray this down with all-purpose cleaner. Just to not waste your time, I'm not gonna show going through all of this so you can see all the parts of the video, but obviously this is gonna break down. You just scrub that. If you wanna see us clean this full jam, we actually did a whole video on cleaning this jam specifically that we'll link in the description below. It was actually the exact same car, because like I said, this vehicle's from the woods and it happens all the time. So one thing you want to keep in mind when cleaning these, we're going to go through, scrub all that area, clean it up. I'll show you the after, but I'm going to shut this really fast. A quick way to help with that, and you don't want to miss this top edge. When you lift this hatch up, this is going to go forward and you're going to not be able to clean that. So it helps to kind of come up here, spray some all-purpose cleaner in there, and then just take your brush, run that along this edge. If you're doing this at home and all you have is a hose, it's also a good time to be able to take the hose and just spray it down in this opening. The seals from the door will keep the moisture from getting inside, but it's a really good way to flush this out without getting water in the vehicle. So I'll show you that. Lift that up. And you can actually flush out a lot of the things that you scrubbed. You can see the spot we scrubbed right here without having to spray the water right here and getting it in your interior at all or risk it. So you see how sometimes it'll drip. When the door's shut, these seals are held by the metal and it doesn't allow the water to get in it. So quick tip for doing that one. Like I said, if you want to see the whole video, JC did a great video on it. We'll link that in the description below. If you're a professional and you have a pressure washer, I can show you that real fast. Typically, you want to make sure your spray pattern is going in the right direction. You can just run a pressure washer right in that crack. And that helps to break up a lot of that. You can see it's already been reduced the amount we did. So probably still gonna need to brush some parts of it to get it nice and clean, but just some quick tips on that door. Let's move on to the next spot. So what you notice, anywhere there's like a rubber seal, there's gonna be water sitting in that spot collecting, like the pollen that all runs off of this is gonna end up catching right in this area first. So you actually see there's plenty of dirt in that spot. That a normal car wash isn't just gonna get this out. Maybe if you went and had a detailer, they'll go through and they'll clean all these specific spots. So we have a lot of people ask, what's the difference in having like a detailer clean your vehicle or just going through a car wash? These are the little details that get missed by going through an automatic car wash. Even going down, you see down in these seams of the tail lights, same thing, you take a little all-purpose cleaner, scrub that into there, rinse that. And it's gonna be able to get all these little nooks and crannies that you'd normally miss with a regular car wash. So what I'll do is I'll come through, clean all these little spots, then we'll take it through the car wash afterwards. If you're not gonna wash your car at home, we're gonna wash it right here in the garage though. All right, so now onto the roof, and it's a little bit different process when you're working with large surface areas of paint like this. You could use a soft brush, but you're gonna be here for a while doing it, so there's a couple quick tips. First thing is how do you get access to cleaning the roof? So what I like to do is open up the door, stand on the door, but this isn't really reasonable for everybody, so we'll show you a couple other ways of doing it. Now, if you are like my neighbor who has a pickup truck with a roof rack, and he's parked in a similar area as this car is, it's gonna build up that underneath the roof rack. You don't really have access to it. So what a nice solution would be, get yourself a thick microfiber. So like this is, just so you can show the difference. This is a normal microfiber. See how thick this one is? It's a 500 GSM microfiber. And if you have a reach and clean tool, see how these separate? You just take the reach and clean tool, wrap this over top. You put a little corner between these two openings, and we're gonna pinch that. Oh, let me get that a little deeper. You're gonna just pinch that between these two openings, and that's gonna hold that microfiber in place. But the reason why we want a thick one, it's gonna give padding on the edges here, so you don't have to worry about any of these harder edges. And when we go down into these little grooves, the thicker one gives a little bit more room for the dirt to get trapped up inside of this thicker microfiber. If you use a thin one, you might not be able to get into the tighter grooves, and the dirt is gonna stay on the surface rather than getting trapped up inside the towel. Now, this gives us a little bit more access, but if you need even more, on the back of the reach and clean tool, there's just standard threads. Take any broomstick, you can screw this onto there, and then you can just take your reach and clean tool head, wrap that around, and you're gonna get the access that way. So that's covering the access of it. Now, just like the other parts of this vehicle that we've cleaned, you're gonna wanna use all-purpose cleaner. So I usually like to spray some on there so it starts breaking down those organic materials, those black spots you've seen on there. And then I'll spray some on the towel as well. And now we can just kind of go through here, set that down on. There you go. And you can kind of have access to scrubbing this area with a microfiber to be able to get those black spots off. So imagine if you had like a roof rack on a truck you only have like 2 inches of space. This is going to give you that access you need to be able to go in and scrub those areas clean. You can already see the dirt coming off this thing. And then after that, we're just going to come through and rinse it with a hose. So that's how you can do it if you don't have access. If you can just hop up there, you can either take a wash mitt and wash it like you would when you're washing your vehicle, because this, you don't exactly need to get any nooks and crannies with a brush. But if you don't, you can just spray this down with all-purpose cleaner, spray your towel, go through. This is going to break up those dirt marks really quickly. But like we said earlier in this video, this is removing any kind of waxes or anything on here. So you stick along to the end of the video so we show you how to protect this again, because if this happened to you once, it's probably going to happen to you again. And if you go through and protect it the proper way, the next time you clean it, it's going to be a lot easier to do it. All right, I might just have to jump around some other parts of the vehicle just to get all this cleaned up properly. All right, now on to the sap. Obviously, this isn't real sap. This is just marker on there, but we'll tell you how to remove that kind of stuff. What you need to do is get a dedicated tar and sap remover. What these will do is go in and break down all the compounds that are in tar and sap specifically. They're gonna break it down. Roast me in the comments that I'm not taking sap off this vehicle, but I don't have sap right now to put it on there, so you're just gonna trust me on it. You spray this on there, take a microfiber towel, wipe it down, make sure you rinse this stuff properly. If you wanna see a dedicated video with sap, let us know. We'll have Skylar go scrape some sap off a tree and put it on JC's car, and we'll take it off for you. But if you have any questions on whether it actually works, check the reviews on it. There's nothing like a dedicated remover for removing tar, sap, anything off your vehicle. If you're a detailer out there, let me know in the comments down below, what's harder to remove, tar or sap from a vehicle? All right, so now we're gonna take all those techniques, go through all these little seals around the vehicle. There's spots as you get closer, you'll see it. There's little bits of grime all built up in all these things. Then we're just gonna do a normal car wash, and we'll be right back with you to show you how to protect those areas that you treated so it's easier to clean the next time, and maybe you don't even have it happen to you again. So let me do that quick. So we went through with that all-purpose cleaner to clean all of that grime off the vehicle. That also is going to remove any kind of waxes or sealants that you have protecting your paint. So it's important to go back over them and re-protect it with, today we're using a speed bead. It's a carnauba wax. So it's going to go and put a layer on top of that paint to make sure, well, one, it'll improve the color of the paint. It'll make it look deeper and shinier. But more importantly, it'll protect it. So if you were to have bird poop on there or any of that soil that lands on your vehicle, when it rains and it rinses it off, it actually runs off the vehicle completely rather than getting stuck in those little deposit areas. So, I mean, you can kind of see, if you throw a microfiber on here, it's just gonna stick. When you go through and I put speed bead on here, we'll wipe this down, wipe it into the paint. And I go through with this towel again, throw it on there. You see how it kind of just runs off the paint there. Now I doubt you have a problem with random microfiber sticking to your hood, but it kind of gives you a little illustration of how leaves or dirt or things like that, when they hit the surface of the paint, have an easier time running off the vehicle rather than just sticking to where it is, breaking down there and depositing that soils in your door jambs or in your seals around here. And it's gonna ultimately help keep that vehicle cleaner longer. So I'm just gonna go back through the vehicle everywhere we've sprayed it, wipe this down with speed bead. It'll give us a few months of protection and we'll be all set to go. Thanks for joining us in this one. We'll see you in the next one. He's got his Jake brake going.
Bo, 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 bo.